You tell me one athlete right now that's been dominating the game for 16 years straight without a loss. Tell me one. Tell me just one.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. Shawn Porter returns after his loss to Kell Brook. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Easy.
Returns after his loss to Kell Brook and is trying to get back on the market. Let's see, can he get a win, and an impressive one. He's fighting Roberto Garcia in about 2 weeks.
It is. It's a fight coming up very soon. A fight that's gone completely under the radar. And I said after the Kell Brook fight, I think maybe in the post-fight performance, that Shawn Porter's going to struggle to get fights. And I said he's going to struggle because of a number of reasons. A, he doesn't sell too many tickets. Look, we don't go to America, we don't know what he sells, but from all intents and purposes, he's not a big seller. And B, his style is absolutely frighteningly awful. And C, he doesn't have a world title. So why if you're any decent welterweight coming up, would you want to fight or risk to fight someone like that?
Exactly.
That's the problem.
To fight someone like Shawn Porter, you've got to have good composure. You've got to have good understanding and good belief in your skills. Because Shawn Porter's got that swarming, aggressive style, and I fell for it. The way I saw him beat up Paulie Malignaggi, who a fighter who I like and respect, who I think is a really good fighter. We always said if he had a little power, he'd be a handful. And he just walked right through him like it was, like, you know, like butter, knife through a butter. But it seems to me that because he's got that fast, frenetic, aggressive style, you need to know how to get through that initial burst and then break him down. Kell Brook is an exceptional boxer puncher. So he had that composure.
Composure is the key word.
Composure. I don't think there's many boxers out there that can actually stay calm under that type of pressure.
The problem with watching a Shawn Porter type pressure is I don't know if Shawn Porter knows how to stay calm through that. I don't think, well, we watched Golovkin in action the other day, and that was swarming, that was cutting the ring off. But it was almost like he knew exactly what he was doing. It was beautiful. You know what I mean? But you almost felt like he knows exactly what he's doing. When I saw Shawn Porter against Cobra and Shawn Porter against Malignaggi, it was almost like one of these are going to catch you. One of these are going to catch you. And that's not, that doesn't bode for a good fight.
It doesn't. Yes, it does. So I think the problem is that people label Porter as a boxer, where he's really a brawler. That's the thing I'm trying to say. You look at Shawn Porter was one of those guys where I look at him and I think, as an athlete and as a person, he's got tremendous attributes. You know what I mean? He's the type of guy you could say he wants to be good at any type of sport. You know what I mean? He's a modern athlete, but at the same time, through the history of boxing, when you have a trainer who's not a professional trainer, i.e. your father, someone who doesn't grow up in the game, and they teach you, you seem to have technical faults. It's only the highest level of trainers, of father-son trainers, that actually have that refinement. Is Shawn Porter in need of a new trainer overall?
It's harsh, and I say it's harsh because it's only one loss, and it was a close loss to, like you say, a very good boxer puncher in terms of Kell Brook. So it's almost like, let's see what else he does in the 147 division. Losing to Kell Brook is no shame. And let's not forget as well that he is a middleweight that's come down to 147. So energy levels in the later rounds could be a problem as well.
No, it was a close loss, and it wasn't that you lost. Sometimes you've got to look at things subjectively, and it's not about the loss, it's how you lost. And that fight showed a lot of Porter's problems. That's the problem it has. It didn't show that. It doesn't say Porter was a bad fight. It didn't say it wasn't a close fight. It just shows that he got tired, he was wild, he had no plan B or plan C, and like you said, it was just that swarming, just gonna wing every shot out. Like, it's a combination of little things, but you add that small bit, you get a big bit. And that's the thing with Shawn Porter, where it's not that he's a bad fighter, just he's got these little faults that collectively you see that need fixing.
Look, he's fighting an opponent in Roberto Garcia that's not lost for, I think, since 2010. Yes, people are going to say he's not fought the marquee opponents. You're right, he hasn't fought the marquee opponents. He's fought almost the guys just below, the Breeders' Prescott's of the world. I think he fought KO as well.
Victor KO.
So he's fought those kind of people. The person he lost to was Margarito. Margarito in 2010 was an absolute monster still. Exactly. So he's seen that swarming type pressure. He's felt pressure from a bigger guy. Will he be intimidated by Shawn Porter? No, but Shawn Porter's got a lot to prove. So I expect to see a very fiery Shawn Porter. 147 division is the richest division in the world. We keep saying it, but it is, because every fight literally you can make millions from. He's got to get himself back in there very quickly. Everyone else with this Al Heyman NBC deal seems to be getting good fights. You know, we got Berto fighting Josito Lopez, name. Furman, Guerrero, names. Do you know what I mean? There's
Medina.
Exactly. He's the only one that seems to be fighting. I wouldn't say nobody, but someone that the general public, don't know. He needs to fight someone big in the summer.
No, he does it. Obviously, he lost the fight. He was quite heartbroken. He thought he won the fight. His father thought he won the fight. Then he had some dodgy comments to say about Kell Brook after the fight as well, when Kell Brook had the accident and got stabbed. And it's like, obviously, he was bitter that he lost.
Yeah.
So obviously, he needs to come back, get his confidence back, and try to make a new stand in the division. I'm just not sure if Roberto Garcia is that type of guy. I mean, you want to, in a comeback fight, you want to get some rounds, but you don't want to blow out. Or you don't want to have a fight which is too tough that destroys your confidence.
Yeah.
I don't know where Roberto Garcia stays in that bracket.
See, I definitely think he falls in the latter. Look, Bradley. If you remember the Bradley Shavs fight, when everyone kind of thought Bradley would run through Shavs, it was a tough fight. And also mentally and psychologically, we don't know where Porter is. Porter lost his last fight. Let's forget that. Porter was an unbeaten fighter, and he lost that fight. A fight that he thought wasn't going to be an easy fight. He was going to run through. Everyone was talking about Porter like they are Furman about the future.
They're talking about Furman and Porter meeting up down the line.
Exactly, and they're going to be the kings of the 147 division and maybe even go higher weights. So let's see where he is. He's fighting against a guy, like we said, it's not lost for 5 years. I think it's one of his last 7 or 8. You never know what could happen in this fight. Who wins?
I'm going for Shawn Porter to win this fight. And I'm going for Shawn Porter to win this fight strictly on name value.
No, I like that.
Honestly and truly, I think that Roberto Garcia is a decent fighter. We've all seen him fight a couple of times before, but this is a fight for him to win in his comeback. And it's like, he's the marquee name. He's going to get a comfortable win, but I think it could be trickier than expected.
I agree. One thing about Mexicans, and I don't want to typecast it, they don't mind to brawl. If Shawn Porter's coming to brawl, he will stand there and brawl with him. He might pick the wrong fight against the wrong guy that will brawl. Rather, maybe he wants a boxer puncher, i.e. Paulie Malignaggi. Maybe the Kell Brooks. These guys will come to brawl, but that could play into Shawn Porter's hands. Shawn Porter's the bigger guy here, he's a stronger guy. And I almost expect a mid to late round stoppage. The problem for Shawn Porter, like we're going to discuss very quickly, is where he goes when he does win this fight. I mean, you look at who's possible out there, maybe a Louis Collazo type person for him?
I think that is the perfect type of opponent for him. It's one of the situations there, whereas the division stats, so there's a lot of names out there for him, but at the same time, his holes were shown. So you need to get him the guys that are going to fix those holes, or guys that are not going to capitalize on those holes too quick. If he fights someone who's too skillful or too classy, they'll know exactly how to deal with him, in my opinion. He needs to get a chance to get good fighters that could give him some rounds, but at the same time fix his faults. You know what I mean? And build confidence in them. You know what I mean? Like, not gonna throw names out, but if you got a straight sharpshooter, he's not gonna look good.
I agree. And someone that almost is calm and measured, i.e. like a Kell Brook type, that kind of person, I think will always 9 times out of 10 always beat him.
It's not even a Kell Brook. If someone's confident and they know they've got good power and they throw good shots, and I say you don't have to be aggressive, but you're just confident in your ability, you know that he's wild, he's this, he's that, and you'll start thinking, wait a minute, if I just slow down a little, make slight adjustments, you'll feel comfortable, because you know he's going to swarm, you know he's going to get tired, you know he's going to wing punches from a mile out, so you kind of know what you want to do with someone like that.
If Guerrero loses a competitive fight against Furman, I wouldn't mind seeing Guerrero Porter.
You see,
that's the kind of fight that you think will cause him problems, but that's the kind of fight I think he needs.
But you see, it's two Guerreros. The old Guerrero, if we needs to box, will destroy Porter. The new Guerreros that brawls makes it an even fight.
Alright, there you go, guys. So Shawn Porter's on his comeback trail. Kell Brook fight was a close one, but look, it was a loss nonetheless. And Ryan says it did show holes. And we've always said this, when guys get knockouts or blow out people, that's easy. What happens when they start getting those knockouts and blowing out people? You start seeing these holes, and these holes are huge holes. And Porter's got holes. Ryan has alluded to the fact that it could be maybe he needs to switch trainers. That does happen. He's still early in his career, so he can switch trainers. But we'll see. Roberto Garcia, Shawn Porter, it goes down on the undercard of Berto Josito Lopez, I think. Is it the undercard on the fight?
He's the undercard.
Boy. Says it all, doesn't it, really? Email us at
boxtalk@hotmail.co.uk. Follow us on Instagram at boxtalk_1 and on Twitter at boxtalkuk.
There you go, guys. And also don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.